And happy Wednesday evening, everyone. And it's definitely a different time for us, but we do have San Angelo Comic Con coming up. So we had to rework our schedule a little bit to get the show this week. And we're happy to announce that we have Adassa with us. And we were talking before the show, and a lot of great stuff. I mean, the music that she has, places that she's performed, the people that she's performed with. I mean, one of the names that sticks out is Snoop Dogg, which just
wow.
Oh
Seriously?
my gosh! Seriously,
This is
that's
awesome.
like the one person that I was talking about on Monday that I feel like if I met, we would just be like long lost friends. Like it's just I am just oh my gosh.
He seems like he would be a kick to be around.
Oh my goodness. I wish I would have had the opportunity to be in the room with him because we were having to shoot in different locations. But I did a single with him. Incredible. It's called Let the Music Play. It was like a remake, boom, she won't let her get away. And it was so much fun. And he is an incredible, since 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg. Who has not heard that rap before? You know what I mean?
Oh
It's
my
like,
gosh.
his voice is so magnetic.
I know. I'm telling you, I feel like, because I was talking about it and I was like, I feel like he's best friends with Martha Stewart. I feel like me and him could be best friends. Like, it's a whole thing. I'm like, if they can get along, then me and him have no problem. Like, we can be BFFs and just hang. Like, oh my gosh, Greg, I didn't mean to cut you off, but it was Snoop Dogg.
I knew you were going to hit it.
I know
you were going to
throw it out there and be like, oh, Amy's not going to say no. Yes.
Yes, she will.
Yes.
But,
oh my gosh. Mm-hmm.
But
That's
one of the
awesome.
big things also is you performed at Madison Square Garden, and
wow,
that would be something to talk about because that's like one of the big places to perform at.
It was surreal. I was opening the show for Daddy Yankee that day. It was in New York. It was so cold.
Wow.
But when I got on that stage, it was just like fire. And when you're in front of a sold out crowd, all you see is like, and everything sounds like this. It's like one yell, and it's passionate and it's filled with fire. And I was just like, I don't even remember what I did on stage, honestly.
Hey, it don't matter. You were there.
For real.
Yeah, it don't matter. You were there. You were there with Daddy Yankee. It don't matter what you did. Okay, you were there. Just
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Now, how did you get started into the music industry?
Well, I started singing when I was about 3 to 4 years old with my mom in church, and just whenever she would grab a guitar, which was always because my parents are holistic doctors and Seventh-day Adventists. And so whenever anything happened, they would grab the guitar. So that's when I started falling in love with stage. But when I watched The Little Mermaid, 1989, I'll never forget listening to Jodie Benson sing Part of Your World and seeing her as that character I wanted to be in Disney. And I didn't care in what respect. If I was handing out flyers, if I was a character in the background, whatever, please help me. I want to do something. I want to hand out lollipops. When I met my husband now, and that was when we met up in Houston, Texas. I was actually going to Conroe High School at the time.
Yes.
And we just found out she has Texas roots. That's awesome.
Yes, Texas. I grew up between St. Croix, Virgin Islands, Texas, and between Houston and Conroe, and then as well as Miami, Florida. So all those influences of music became part of what my sound is. So I'll have a record where I would have a bachata at the same time. I'll have like a hip hop song and then some reggaeton. I was known as the reggaeton princess, but that was something that happened on its own. It's like very organic. People started calling me the reggaeton princess, and it took off. But Conroe, being in high school, going to the competitions, the choir competitions, because I loved being part of, the choir there, and the people were so warm. And that's when I started selling my CDs. Like, well, back then it was tapes. Okay, for people, yes, tapes still existed. Okay, it was not just CDs. I still have my mixtapes literally on a tape, selling them like out of my backpack, out of the back of the car. And that's where I got like my feet wet on what the stage was. And I got to start performing. And I was in the same loops as Destiny's Child during that time when they were, hitting all the South by Southwest. And so we were just always trailing shows together. And I have so much love and respect for Texas. And now I'm coming out with a Tejano International album. And it's just nothing but love because Texas had my back. I feel so supported by everybody in Texas that I had to give back. So the first record that I'm doing right now is Tejano Internacional. We have our first single, Ni Un Beso, which is called Not Even a Kiss. And it's number 1 right now on the Tejano Gold chart. So I'm so happy.
Congratulations.
So I have like,
Congrats.
yes, thank you. I have like a number 1 right now on the Tejano Gold charts. And then we have the number 1 with We Don't Talk About Bruno at the same time, 3 weeks running. I'm on cloud 9, y'all. Seriously, it's a great Valentine.
That song is just an awesome song. I mean, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, when I pronounce the name of the movie, it's not as elegant as you're going to. So I'm not even gonna try to say it. Okay? But when that song comes on and it's like a whole thing, you can't help but move your body. So it's just a whole thing. It's a whole production in my household when that song comes on. That's like one of mine and my husband's favorite, song. Like my husband's favorite part is where they're setting the table. And I guess that's my question that I have, because you guys are each singing your own part mashed together. Did you do all that to like in the same room, or were you guys all separate so it was easier? Because that just seems like a headache, and trying to keep where you are. I don't know if I could do that. So.
It's very theatrical. Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote it so eloquently. I mean, it really is that he is a kind of visionary and writer that he can see and hear in like a multidimensional sense, because the way he layers everybody's stories, intertwining one with the other, it's so gorgeous. And no, we did not record at the same time. I would have loved to, though. It would have been so fun to see us, try and do it. But everything is very hush-hush and very hermetically contained, I would say, because of the protective situations, the security protocols going on behind a film of this magnitude. And because of COVID protocols, we were all in different places of literally the world. So some of us were in Colombia, like Carolina Gaitan. I was here in Nashville, Tennessee. But then we had people in LA, and in Miami, we had Mauro Castillo. So we were recording literally from different parts of the world. The way that Disney combined all of our voices to sound as if we were just right next to each other. Honestly, they're magicians. Those editors are incredible.
Wow. I'm telling you, that's my like nighttime movie. So, I'm going to just be getting my dance on here to that song. So I'm happy it's number 1.
Yes.
I'm going to have to YouTube. Like I said before, I confessed and I owned it. We don't have Disney, so I haven't seen it. So I'm going to have to like YouTube the videos at least and find them.
I'm telling you, you're going to watch it once. Okay. And you and Greg can totally attest to this, because I put it on for my girls and I was all like, yes, this movie is fire. It's like the whole thing, right? Because I get into the movies with my kids.
Just like dancing while we're doing podcasts.
I know, because it's on in the background. And then, after the millionth time, I was like, I'm hearing this movie in my sleep. Literally, I have dreams of this movie. I have songs going in my head. It's a whole thing. So now I've just decided that it is my life, and it's the only movie we're going to watch for a while. And I'm okay with it, because my 1-year-old, that's all she says. And, she says Encanto, because that's how I say it. I know. I don't say it as elegant as you, and I'm totally going to own that. But that's what she says. So she wakes up saying that. She gets out of the shower saying that. We're eating dinner. She says that. Before bed, she says that. I mean, I'm telling you, we probably watch this movie 7 or 8, 20 times a day. Like, it's just a whole It's a whole
Oh
production.
my goodness. She probably knows the dialogue better than I do. Oh
I'm
my
telling
God.
you. I mean, I am just saying. My husband's like, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to go on a walk. I'm like, all right, I'm going to sit here and, we're not going to talk about Bruno. We're going to do this. We're going to do it. So yeah,
So when your
popcorn, M&Ms. It's a whole production in my household.
So when your kids start speaking Spanish, you know where they came from.
Hey, I'm
Exactly.
okay with it, okay? Because I made the mistake in high school of taking French, and I really should have took Spanish because I don't even, use my French.
Yes.
So I took the wrong
Aw.
language. Really did. But yeah, it's okay. And my subtitles work really well for me, okay?
Yay.
They come in handy. They come in handy.
Now, how did you land the role? I guess I should say, how did you get the role, land the role of Dolores?
Getting to somebody as great as Disney, unless you have an incredible agent, which now I do, most, it is really difficult to get to those high places. So I never in a million years imagined it. I mean, I had a dream of it because that was what I wanted to do since I was a little girl. And when I met my husband, Gabriel Candiani, and he was like, you know what, let's do something in the pop realm or like reggaeton. And then my career took off in that direction, being signed to Universal Latino. And it was an amazing time. I was able to travel the world, do things with Pitbull, with Daddy Yankee, with Snoop, with just everybody in the sun, like just wonderful songs with Luis Fonsi and everybody. So, but then I kind of retired after I told my husband, let's have more kids. And I focused more on TV and film music through our production company and Sky Urbano. And we did a production music masterclass. And then all of a sudden, here comes Disney. And it was through my YouTube channel. So I have a YouTube channel called Adassa Official, and I'll put like voice lessons and just play it around. We'll do some videos and we'll put them up there, but nothing big, I'm not touring or anything. And we did one called Porque Ella No Yo, and it has a rap. Háblame claro, dime por qué acabó. Lo de nosotros fue más de una noche de simple pasión. And I was really studying that like deep tone. And it was really fun sound I had never really gone to. And while we were in Miami, we were just on a vacation. He was like, the light looks great. Let me just shoot a quick video for the song. And I was like, okay, whatever. And we turned on the cameras and we let it roll. It was just one take, one way through. And we posted it. And it didn't have a lot of views. It had like 300 views, literally like 300 views. But one of those views was Grace Kim, which was the casting director's assistant to Jamie Sparrow Roberts, which is the casting director of Frozen and Wreck-It Ralph and Raya and the Last Dragon and so many of the greatest films you will ever imagine. And they told me they would like for me to audition, and they told me it was an undisclosed film, and they gave me some sides to read and a song to sing, and then I got a call back. So if it wasn't for the casting director's assistant hearing something and them taking a chance on me to give me a shot, I wouldn't have had it. So they found me.
Wow.
It only takes one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's all it is, just one.
And we've heard this through a lot of the voice actors we've talked to, where something just happened to land at the right place at the right time with the right person. So that's awesome.
Yeah. And mine, I did everything from far because by the time I auditioned, protocols were already in place. So everything had to do at a distance. But like, if you talk to Jessica Darrow, who does Luisa, she was in LA and she was like, hey, while I'm in LA, she called up her casting director, her agency, and they were like, hey, if you want to audition for the thing live, why don't you just drive to Disney Studios? So she was able to be in front of Jamie Sparrow Roberts and audition for her, and then everything got shut down after that. And so you couldn't. So the first time I met Jamie and I met the cast and I met Lin-Manuel in person and everybody was when we did the purple carpet in LA, when they did the rollout and they did the world premiere of Encanto and Carlos Vives played live. And we were just like, we're all real. Like these are, you look at Lin-Manuel, like I have a picture my husband took of the moment that I saw Lin-Manuel and we look like we're going steady at prom. It's like, it's amazing.
That's definitely amazing. Now, I think you have also a couple of cons coming up. Is this going to be your first time being at a convention or?
Yes, I know you guys are pros because I saw you guys. Like, you guys have to tell me how this is gonna be. I'm all like, Sarah do that, who's amazing at doing this. We've been like, look, I've done concerts before. I have no idea what I'm doing, but like, I'm so excited to be with people. And my first one is going to be March 12th and 13th in San Antonio. So I'm so excited because I'm going to be in Texas.
Nice.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy because I'm going to be there with the people and be able to take pictures and maybe sing a song live. So I'm excited to go. Tell me, how are these Comic Cons?
They're awesome.
Well, they're awesome, and let me tell you, you're gonna have a whole new family with you.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a whole new family. So
It's a lot
it's
of fun.
definitely fun. You're gonna meet a lot of great people.
Mhm.
The fans are gonna be wonderful to meet.
High
It's
energy.
it's gonna be definitely
Mhm.
Yeah,
high energy. Ah,
that's
our
exciting.
other co-host decided to join
Oh,
today.
hey!
Oh.
Hello.
The long lost son is here.
What's the name of the Comic Con that you're going to in San Antonio? I'm actually from there, so.
Oh, I'm going to Andy's Treasure Chest.
Oh, nice. Okay. Awesome.
Never heard
I
of
might have to just come because my mom
Yes.
and then live there. I'm from there, and then I'll just bring my girls. Okay, Greg, I'm gonna have to do that.
Oh, you're gonna have to get a picture of her with your
Oh.
girls. That would be awesome.
And
Can you
I'm gonna go to
imagine?
Tidewater's Comic Con. I'm gonna be in quite a few of them. So we're going to Virginia. We're gonna be going to Kentucky. Yes, Alabama. We're hitting some cons, man. I'm excited.
Nice.
It is definitely going to be a whole new family
Mhm.
for you, and it's going to be very friendly.
Mhm.
And like I said, they're just amazing to go to. They're extremely fun, and you're going to meet other people too, like the other stars that they have there going to them. So just be expecting a lot of fun and a lot of entertainment. You're going to see tons of costumes. And
Yeah,
I would bet with you being there, somebody's going to probably dress up as Dolores.
Which
I'm
convention
so
are we talking
excited.
about?
that would be awesome.
Greg, how do you know it's not gonna be me, man? You don't know. Okay, I've decided
Amy's
now
new
that I'm
cosplay.
coming, so you don't know. Maybe I'll dress my
Yes.
daughter. Maybe I'll dress Meadow up as Dolores. She could totally pull that off. I should do that.
You could definitely do that.
I'm just saying, you never know, man. You guys are gonna see a whole new side of me if I get to do that. Like this is like the Hollywood of my household right now. Okay, like this whole thing.
Yeah, Adassa, I mean,
Wow.
the Comic Con family is very unique. When we were all in lockdown and couldn't see each other for a year, it's like when we came out, it was like family reunion. Everyone was like, ah!
Oh my
That's
goodness.
Giving
right.
I
hugs
think I
and
just
high
saw a
fives and
message from
All the
James.
cosplayers
There was somebody saying,
unite.
yes. Oh, yes. Amy's going to dress up. What a concept.
Hey, I have my
you
thing.
do know that
I
was Trevor, right?
I know. I was Captain Marvel one year, and then I was Gwenom. Okay. So it's a whole. Yes, that just may be my costume of this year. I haven't had one this year. I was thinking of a Power Ranger, but this is better. So it might be.
Go, go,
You never
Power
know.
Rangers.
I'm telling you, it was a whole thing. I was thinking about it, making my whole family do it, and it was going to be like Halloween all year round. But
Well, if you
That
go
would
as a
be so
Power
cool.
Ranger, we're going to have a picture with you and Steve.
yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. That's
Monsters
kind of
Need
why
Love
I wanted
too.
to do it is, because of Steve and his Monsters Need Love too,
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I was like, okay, I'm going to dress my family up as like, I don't know, every Power Ranger color that there is that I can research, right? Because I wasn't that big into them. And we're going to do this thing, It was going to be a whole
Awesome.
thing. It was that.
James said he's going to be a pirate. I just
Yeah.
saw that. James
I'm
is going to be a
assuming
pirate
at
and he's
Well,
going to
he's-
be at Tidewater. I'm so
Where's
And he's
excited.
going to be at Tidewater.
Yeah,
Which,
I'm going to see
Which
you.
convention
Where is
are we
that?
talking about?
That
Tidewater?
Tidewater, I believe it's. I don't want to say Kentucky. I'm trying to figure out which one is that.
James, where's Tidewater at? Tidewater Comic Con. See how
I
fast
have
you
it
can
written
type.
down, but I would have to step away.
I just
Is it Virginia Beach?
I think it's Virginia.
I was going to
Virginia.
say,
I'm like
because
99%.
he lives
Yeah.
in Virginia Beach.
Virginia.
Virginia.
That one
Yes,
makes
Virginia. Yes, James. Thank you.
me-
Virginia.
I was just getting information earlier today from basically an author convention that is
Yeah.
up in Lexington, Kentucky.
Ooh.
So that would be a fun one to go to. So been getting a lot of information about different places, and another one that we're talking to, which that's going to be a fun one. We are going to have actually in a couple of months, we're going to have Dublin Comic Con on the show
No way.
Ooh.
Like
from Ireland.
Dublin,
I was gonna
Ireland.
say-
Oh,
Man, I was gonna say
Oh.
Scotland. I was close. I don't know why
That's-
I was going
okay.
there, but that's where I was going.
Hands down, my heart is there. I'm Irish Texan, so yeah, that will be awesome.
oh,
So we have a bunch of stuff coming up.
Yay!
But
yay!
Encanto, what is your favorite scene of that movie?
I would have to say I'm with Amy's husband on the table scene. It's one of my favorite scenes, just because it really breaks all of the past visions of Afro Latinos and how they have been casted in the past. Because at this moment in time, it has never been better for us to be able to be seen, to be heard, and to be cast as principals in a film. You know, that usually didn't happen before, especially within even Latino just shows. You'll see that people of African American descent or of Afro Latinos, they're really not showcased as principal members. And in this film, especially that those table scenes, we're all sitting at the table, so it's not like, oh, that's the girl that's serving or that's the guy that's serving. We're all doing it. And especially when we don't talk about Bruno, when we're all setting the table together, we're all singing our story, we're all singing our part of our song, and it's intertwined, and it's this mess of gorgeousness of a story, and it's this mosaic that we're all building together while we're all united setting that table is beautiful. And also when the house crumbles and then the whole town sings, you know, we have no gift, but we are many, and we'll do anything for you. So they got complacent to me. That's what I felt a little bit. And I'm spoiling it for CJ.
Yeah.
That's
Spoiling
okay.
it for
It's
you.
okay. I'm good.
But you know, even the townspeople would get complacent. Like the donkeys would get out, and it's like, "Hey, the donkeys got out again." You know what I mean?
Yes.
Why don't you go
Yes.
get a donkey? Go get a donkey.
Yes.
Go.
Well,
So, what was it like watching
know?
it with your kids for the first time? The first time the kids saw it.
They didn't want to watch it unless it was in theaters. So I had an awesome experience because Disney let us as the cast preview the film together as a cast. So
Oh,
we got
nice.
I ugly cried in front of the cast. I really did. I didn't even know the cameras were on. But I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sad. for my grandmother. Like I understood my grandmother. Like my mocos were coming out. It was bad. And when my kids wanted to see it, they wanted to watch it the whole way, 3D with the laid back seats, you know, in the theaters.
Nice.
It was intense because those butterflies were just like right in your face. And the way that everything, when you see Bruno's room start to crumble, like when you see the house falling on 3D glasses, that was like trippy. It was so amazing. And
that
then we
makes
watched
me-
it like 5 times more in the theaters because they wanted to go to the theaters and watch it for like every time. So yeah, we went to the theaters quite a few times to watch it in theaters.
That makes me want to pull out my virtual reality and
I was
see if
gonna
I
say, that
can
would
see
be-
it with virtual reality.
That would
'cause
be
that
cool.
would be
That
awesome.
would be
Imagine
that
that.
would be cool.
That would be, you know what I would love it if they did like a virtual reality game where you can go into the rooms.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Yes. See,
Like-
okay, so
Yes.
that is like a whole thing. I don't know. You had to open the door, okay? But that's a whole thing for me because you don't get to see inside of everybody's room, okay?
No.
And
Mhm.
it's like the jungle room to me is the coolest room. But then I want to know what Dolores' room looks like and Luisa's room and what the Abrela's room looks like. I'm like, I want to know what these people's room looks like. Okay. So I need like minis. I need them to do some shorts and
Yes.
give me a tour of what's going on here. Cause I want to know, you know, I want to
Yes.
know what it is. It's a whole thing. Like I want to know what Peppa's room looks like, you know, because she always has the cloud that shows her emotions and stuff, right? And so I'm like, I wonder if she just gets to set the tone of her own room, because that would be amazing. That'd be cooler than the jungle room to me. Because, you know, if I'm mad, no one's going to come in my room. It's brilliant. The whole
It
thing.
would be wonderful. It's like tornadoes going on in there.
See? Yeah, and then they would hear it and they'd be like, okay, we're just not going to mess with her today. And then people would leave you alone. It would be awesome. It'd be the best day, you know, no, nothing. It'd be so fantastic.
It's so
You open
easy,
that
you know. The kids are like, Mom, I got a hurricane going on. You can't
Yep.
come in. It's a category 5. Sorry. Stay
Right.
Go ask your dad.
Yes. Yes. I feel like that would be like at least once a week for me, but yes. Just yes. I love
You
it.
open the door and the movie Twister's playing.
You know, don't go in there.
You know,
Like
it's one of
cow,
those-
another cow. We got cows.
Yeah, it's one of
Exactly.
those things. But that's like one of the things. But I would say my favorite part of that whole like movie is when Felix is like, so they're talking about, you know, we don't talk about Bruno, and then like Felix bucks in and he's all like, it was a nightmare, and then he's all like doing the bomb sound. I cannot recreate that sound at all, and I'm jealous of it. So I'm like, we're gonna rewind and watch this again because he just like nails it. And then they bust into the song, and you can't help it because you know it's coming. So whether you're
Yes.
cooking dinner or whatever, you're just like, yes, like it's a whole production. Okay, it is. I'm telling you. But that's
It's
like
amazing.
my favorite part is that bomb part. I don't know how he did it because I can't nail it. I
No,
just
his-
see, no, I can't wait. I cannot wait
Thank
for it to
you.
come out
Yes.
on DVD.
that's how it is. Like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I'm gonna have to watch like tutorials on how to do it because it's just like the one part of the movie I can't get down. Like everything else I know. I'm telling you, I need to learn that because that is my favorite part. I'll absolutely love that part.
You guys are getting me excited for when the DVD comes out.
Oh, and you have no idea. There are so
Oh, we
many
lost them.
extras. Like I did some with my family, and they're putting that in the DVD.
Oh,
so
for real?
There are so many.
Awesome.
Oh, you guys have to get
Okay.
the DVD. There are so many
Mhm.
extras in there that you're not gonna want to miss. A lot of the cast did so many fun things, and I haven't even watched all of it yet. So I have my own DVD I ordered because I was like, no, don't give it to me. Like I want to pay for it. I want to get it in the mail and be like, ah, you know,
Yeah.
I want to be excited.
I would too. I would too. But man, okay, now I'm excited about all the extras. Like, okay, I need
There
a
are
date.
so many.
Yeah,
What?
I need a date. Is there a date out? I'm gonna research this because I'm just like it's y'all don't understand. Like if my like internet goes out one day and we can't watch this movie, it's the category 5 hurricane. Okay, you don't want to come in. You just
It's Peppa.
know.
It's
But you know what? I have to say one thing that is happening this Friday, if you don't already know, the movie is going back into theaters. This
Going
I've
back
never
in?
heard of this before ever.
Okay.
Yes, they're gonna put
Wow.
it back in theaters. So if you didn't get the theater experience, CJ, this is for you. Go and watch it at the theaters because a lot of people want to have that theater experience when you take them in. I'm actually gonna go again, my kids. Take them with the popcorn experience. It's gonna be awesome. I hope you guys go because it just sounds so amazing, and to be there with a whole bunch of people just laughing and enjoying it. Like I've never seen a movie come back into theaters after it's been out of theaters, and
Well,
Disney made it
okay.
happen.
not
This is it, right?
not that quick.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the DVD.
Okay,
You got
it
it.
says delivery March 4th to the 21st. So Amy, you can pre-order it.
Okay. Okay.
It's 29.
Okay. I'm telling you, it's a whole like I don't think y'all understand. You just
Oh
don't.
no, I think we have a pretty good picture.
That's because you see me
Poor
dancing on the other segments, okay? Like
Pretty
it's
sure we have a really good picture. of
don't
it.
judge me and my dancing, okay?
We're not
But it's the
judging,
whole
just-
thing. So,
We know.
you can't watch that movie and not do it. Like I feel like I have to somewhat defend myself, but I'm not sorry
Don't need
about
to.
it because you just
We're probably going to be dancing with our dog playing it
not-
on the
we
DVD.
should
It's
just
okay.
all
I
do
got
it.
it. It's
we
okay.
should all do it and just have it playing in the background, and then we're all just gonna get down with it because it's
We'll
how
do
it
like
is.
a montage and we'll just kind of all have this song going and yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Do the
Now that
con
would-
hour montage version.
There we go.
That'd be
I like it. I like it.
And then we'll have Adassa singing in the background.
Yes. Hey,
And then I'll be fighting.
stuttering and stumbling. I could always hear him sort of muttering and mumbling. I associate him with the sound of falling sand. It's a heavy lift with a gift so humbling. Always left out well and the family fumbling, grappling with prophecies they couldn't understand. Do you understand? I'll do it.
Nice.
Anytime.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, see? Oh my gosh, this is
I come
good.
up with some good ideas sometimes. Just saying.
This
I
is
like it. I like it.
definitely.
I think that would be awesome.
Now, of course, I'm probably going to have to fight with YouTube over copyright.
Just Adassa say you
Yeah,
have permission to do it.
is
It's
But
your
not-
song.
she
It's
did
your
it.
I'm
thing.
sure
She
they'll
did
be
it, so that shouldn't
fine.
be an issue.
I was gonna say she sung it.
Well, no,
I
I was
did.
like, Hey, if not, it's a battle worth doing. Okay, that was
Real.
worth it. That
Yes,
was
It
was
had no
definitely worth it.
music. I did
No.
it live. It counts. I
Yay.
checked.
There we
Because
go.
I did a TikTok live today and I had to ask a gazillion questions. I was like, so can I play? I can't play the music. And can I? Okay, can't do that thing. All right, but I could do it live. Yes. All right. So see,
Awesome. Well, thank you so
For sure.
much. Yay.
And thank you.
absolutely.
I love it.
Oh man.
Now I want to order the video.
I'm gonna have to play this
Yes.
back so my kids can like see that. I'm gonna have to play this back at a later date. They're not allowed in here. You don't want them in here, so they're not allowed in here at night. But
Don't fight
Oh,
the mouse.
don't worry. My husband, don't fight the mouse. Never. Mickey Mouse will come after you.
That was pretty good.
That was good.
I'm trying to work on it. I'm trying to work on my Mickey.
Mickey or
Yeah.
Minnie, you get to choose.
I know, seriously. No, but I'm the same way. Like if my husband, he's holding down the fort. I love my husband. He's incredible. He makes sure that door. No, and I've still had a sneak or two. Like the kids will come in here, and sometimes I'm in an Instagram live, and there's a baby.
Yeah.
They'll get away from the nanny, and I'm like, okay, you're coming on live with me.
yeah, the whole thing. Welcome. It's a whole thing. My kids are just a part of it, whether I want them to be or not. They're either banging on my door if my husband's not here, or you hear them crying. You can ask Greg, or they are yelling no at me at the time. Or I forget that I'm not muted, and I'm like, "What? No, you ain't gonna do that." Like it's a whole thing. Like it's like comedy and like the most
Wow.
random times. So I get it. Yes, I understand.
Out
I
of all
love
your
this
characters,
question.
what character did you enjoy the most?
Who I enjoyed the most? I would have to say I enjoyed Dolores the most. I really did. I love her. I like how challenging it was because being Latinos, if you notice, very animated, very loud. And her, out of all her family, who is very animated. I mean, look at Pepa. Look at her mom. Her mom is like all over the place. And Felix, you know what I mean? And she is just very calm and very collected and speaks in hushed tones and everything's very intimate because it's very loud. So I think that I love her ability to just hold it together, except for that scene where everything breaks down. And then you see that she is Pippa and Felix's daughter for that moment. Right, Amy?
At the dinner table, yes.
At the dinner, the
Well, she's
stare
just
down.
like, everything, the magic's broken. It's all the world's coming to an end. Yeah, she just has like a complete meltdown, and then she just pulls herself back together, and you're like, well, okay, like I love it, but I love how like they're staring. Her and Maribel are staring at each other, and then they break eye contact for 1 second, and she's telling her brother, and then he loses it. The whole table dinner scene where she's like the cloud. And it's just like this whole thing.
Blue skies, blue skies, blue skies.
Yes. And then her sister's looking at her like, oh my God, what is your problem? It's a whole thing. And it just reminds me of a big family getting together and something's going to go wrong. It's just so great. It's
I'm
so
gonna watch
great.
He's going to watch it right after the show here.
There you go. So my
good.
question is, did they do the voice and then match the characters, or did the characters and then you did the voice while you were watching the character, or how did that work?
The character went through various evolutionary processes. When you see the Encanto book, because they have one of how they develop the characters, imagine this. Encanto's been in the works for 5 years. They've been working on this film for 5 years. So a lot of the characters started off looking a certain way and ended up looking a different way. So when I even saw the book, I was so impressed because she started off in a certain, even her look, her hair, just looking slightly different. And then all of a sudden she ended up being who she was. Hi. And
I was
so they
driving,
did take.
so I was like, all the signal went out. So
Oh, glad to have you back.
yeah,
So they did adapt some of my mannerisms, my look. Like they captured my hair, even my ears. Like if you notice, my ears were like built to scale right there.
That's awesome.
So so a lot of the things that I do, just who I am, I see them in the character. I recorded with multiple cameras in the booth, and they requested us to do that as the cast because when I react a certain way or when I'm thinking, I see that they did like that little side mouth twist, and I see it in Dolores too. Because when I was thinking of like the director was directing me, I would be like, I don't know what you're saying, but I'm gonna figure it out. Give me 2 minutes. Okay, I get you. All right, I found it. Let's do it. And they have that in the character. The way her texture of hair looks compared to Felix's hair texture, it's slightly different. Oh, I just dropped in. Where'd he go? So sorry, I'm back.
She's gone.
So I got it.
Uh-oh.
So there's so many beautiful things about the characters and similarities that they have to it. So if you see the book, you'll see what Pepa started off or Mirabel and how their rooms were set up and the different tones that they took. But yeah, they do a lot of the work before, and then when they go through the casting process, I feel like they adapt essence of the actual actors into the characters. But like Robbie's character, he plays Antonio. That's Robbie. Like, it's him. Like, it's so good.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
Very cool.
Now, did you also do the videos when you were singing part of the song? So were they getting your little shoulder move when you were singing too?
Yeah, the choreography, it was made by an incredible team. And Kai Martinez, she has such a great movement to her body. But those steps that you see, those are classic steps, like the shoulder shrug that she does. It is such a Colombian thing to do that. And to do the hip shaking, all of that is very Colombiano. They were so good and had such a team of cultural specialists that brought in all of their knowledge to everything that they did for Encanto. And I see it in every movement and every crack of the tiles and the cups and the way that they have that little sprinkle of salt. Everything from the movement to the detail that you see in the food was captured perfectly to be able to accurately depict a Latin family, even though it's a magical, movie.
Well, I have to say, I do have a little bit of Hispanic background, and I can tell you, when we were at my grandparents' house, it was everybody at the table eating dinner together. Well, of course, back then there were no cell phones anyway, but it was basically you're there to talk and eat and be family.
Yeah.
And you don't really see that in movies anymore. And this really demonstrated a family togetherness.
It felt like I got to see my family there too. And I feel like so many families. I think it helps you understand what a joy that is and to go back to that. To be like, hey, at least once a week, let's sit down and have this, meal together and enjoy of each other's company and tell our stories and what happened in our day. And it reminded us of how beautiful it is to have that moment where everybody just disconnects, for that moment and is just there present and listening to each other. I really love that. It's a reminder of how beautiful a family dinner can just be.
Yes, and it wasn't just holidays either. It was at least once a week.
Exactly. Yeah. Like when my parents come over, it's exactly like La Familia Madrigal. My mom's making the arepas. My dad is making sancocho. The kids are wondering what he's putting in it. And he never tells us the recipe, but it's always delicious. That's my dad. He will never. I don't know. I hope before he dies, he gives me that recipe. But he's like, no, go with the kids. It's fine. And then all of a sudden the sancocho is done. I'm like, what'd you put in this? It's fine. Qué rico, está rico. Cómetelo. That's it.
It's not good. Todo está bien.
Sí. Mamita, está bien, mami.
So when you said you guys did everything separate, when you guys actually came together, what was that like?
It was like being together with the family members that you didn't know you had, because Disney created such an amazing, dynamic, loving family in these characters that it has bled over to how we feel about each other, because we're part of history now. The way that I felt about The Little Mermaid, I know one day my kids are going to feel about Encanto. And it's like we've become immortalized as a family, Madrigal. And when we saw each other at the purple carpet for the first time at the premiere at El Capitan Theater in Los Angeles, it was like meeting your siblings, and it was like meeting your cousins, and it's like, oh my gosh, and you just wanted to catch up, except you needed to also do a lot of interviews at the same time. So it feels like I get to be part of this family forever, and we have such respect for each other as professionals and as singers and actors, that we'll be forever grateful. I know I feel that way for me. Every single cast member, I could not imagine a different person taking on that role. And I hope we can have many more opportunities, if it's in shorts or if it's in a part 2 or maybe a series or whatever way that we can work together as a family. I am looking forward to that day.
So there you
Well,
go.
you just
Part 2 could be the bedrooms of everybody else.
Yeah, I was gonna say I nominate the shorts of tours.
Disney,
of
are you
bedrooms.
catching now what we're
Because
throwing?
it's one of
Well-
those things. It haunts me at night. I want to know what their rooms look like. It's like a mystery that I can't solve. It bothers me.
I mean, Mariano
Well,
and Dolores, they were gonna, maybe do something afterwards. She did get her guys, so who
I
knows?
know, and I like how he's like, "Let's get married." And she's like, "Slow
Go
down."
down.
Slow down.
But I will say that to me is the funniest scene in the movie, because he's just like, he's talking, he's got so much love inside and stuff, and then she's talking about, "Would you wake up and notice me?" And he's like, "I see you," and I can't help it. The way that he says that is so perfect. The way she's just like, it's almost like, she's like smacked him on the head, like, "Hello, I'm right here. Okay, like, I am your present. I'm right here. Okay, what is your problem?" And so when he says that, just like, that is just so true. Like, it's just, you literally have to do that. So, oh yes, that is the most funniest scene to me. I love it.
Oh, so glad.
Well, just so you know, the answer that you just gave is basically going to be like the Comic-Con family that you're fixing to grow into.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you.
That is basically how it all is. Everybody is really connected together.
Well, and they don't even go to
Oh.
just what's in their area. A lot of times they go to other areas out there, and when you see
Mhm.
each other, like, "Oh my gosh, I just saw you in here," and you're like in Dallas, and you saw him in Houston and whatnot. It's nice. It's
Oh.
very cool.
So
I'm looking forward to it. I'm so excited. I cannot believe it. I'm so glad to have Sarah do that in our team of people, and being able to do the Comic-Con scene, and seeing you guys, like, before just went live. For those of you on Facebook, I don't know if you see it every day, but like, to me, it was so cool to see you guys, in your pictures, and just like the behind. I'm so excited. Like, I've seen it on TV, and there have been Comic-Cons going on at the same time in concert locations, and I see the people dressing up, and I'm like, oh, that would be so cool. And my kids, obviously, they want to go to one, so I told them, okay, as soon as I have one that I can take everybody, I'll make sure to take you guys so you can enjoy it.
Yeah, they'll have a lot of fun. But it's
Definitely.
like, I don't know. It's the one place that I say on earth, there's no judgment. Everybody just is the nicest people, but they're just, even if you dress up as like a rival of someone else and you see that person, it's still just like crazy love. Like, you may have like your pretend battle scene, right? Which I'm still waiting to really happen, but that may happen, not at the ones I go to, but it still is just like, it's the one place that you can go. There's no judgment, and you're really with people that enjoy the same things that you do, and they want to go and experience these things and dress up as these characters and fully embody them. And I think that is the coolest thing, because who doesn't want to be someone else for a day? Like, so it's the coolest thing. And I've met so many amazing, nice people and everything. I mean, I had one lady help me with my Gwenna mask, because I was trying to get it on, and then someone wanted a photo with me, and so she like helped me tuck my hair into this mask and like zipped my mask up, because it was like one of those that went all the way around in my hood, like. And I don't even know this lady, and now we're like BFFs on Facebook. Like, Cindy, I love her. So, yes, she helps me all the time. So I mean, it's an amazing family that you're going into.
Well, the one question we just had, do any of your children embody any of the characters?
I do. I have many children that embody the characters. I have my little girl, Lisabella. She's actually 8 years old. She's turning 9 tomorrow. It's her birthday tomorrow.
Wow.
Oh.
And
Happy
she's
early
in the
birthday.
film. Thank you. I'll let her know.
She's actually
She's
in the film
actually
too.
in the film. She's cast as one of
Oh.
the town kids. So she
Oh,
was
that's
like,
awesome.
she's one of the,
Oh,
she
cool.
didn't get a gift. Yeah, she's one of the kids there, following them around and everything. And I'm going to tell you where I'm going to be going. I'm going to be going to Columbus, May 27th and 29th. That's one of the Comic-Cons. And Knoxville, August 5th through the 7th. San Antonio, March 12th and 13th. And then Huntsville, Alabama, April 22nd to the 24th. And obviously Tidewater, May 14th and 15th. Yes, I didn't want to forget where I'm going. So yeah, many.
So
So yes, and my 12-year-old, she is the Isabella. She actually has the long hair. And before the movie, I didn't even know what the characters had dressed. She had this purple dress, and it looks exactly like Isabella's dress. People were like, "Are you cosplaying?" She's like, "No, like this is the dress I wear." Like, she looks just like her. She looks just like her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if people want to know where you're going to be and when, or want to know more about you, do you have a website?
I do have a website, Adassa Official, or you can follow me on TikTok, which is so fun. You can find out. I'm going to be posting all of the posters of where I'm going to be going, and you'll see the city, and I'm going to be talking about it. I am so excited to go out there. And then also you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, Adassa Official, ADASSA Official. It's all together, except for the website that has like a little... That's it. That's my TikTok. And you know what? I just opened my TikTok like 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, I've had mine open for a while, but I just didn't know what to do with it. I just now got it sorted.
My 12-year-old was the one that was like, "Mom, you just go out there and you just post videos and you have fun with people." I was like, I could do that. And we went from 0 subs to like almost 600,000 in like 2 weeks. So it's been pretty fun.
You also have the Adassa fan page on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the Adassa page on Facebook. I do. So Adassa Official on Facebook. Yep, it's hard to keep up with everything, but I do appear in everywhere. I do try to make sure I keep up with everything.
You're I tagged you through all this morning, so I know you're
awesome.
On Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn.
TikTok.
LinkedIn was a trick to find you, but I did.
Yes, I am well. And it's just a blast. And now I'm on Cameo, which has been so much fun because I get to shout out people. I got some birthday wishes, Valentine's. Today, I had the most coolest one because it was a mom and a dad that they found out they're pregnant and they wanted for me to tell their kids that they're going to be big brother and big sister. And I was just like, I get to say that to them, So I love Cameo because I can really just talk to people and give birthday wishes and just connect in a different way than in other platforms. Like in TikTok today, I did a cooking segment for like an hour and a half, and I was cooking with my daughters, and my son came in, and my husband was there, so it was really fun and just laid back. And I shouted out people. I love to connect, so I'm looking forward to these Comic-Cons. Like, you guys don't even understand. I'm so excited.
Now that's something that you might think about doing on YouTube, having a little show cooking and with the family and the children.
Well, that would be cute.
That would be cute.
I gotta think about that, Greg. Thank you. Great suggestion.
This
has been amazing.
They have it on all sorts of Discovery channels. I mean, why not?
That's true. You are correct.
Have it on YouTube now. There you go.
There you go.
But I know two of us are going to have to get up early and head on out.
Drive.
Yeah.
Hey, I have to get up early. My kitchen is, like I said, it's like 20 steps away, man. It's a walk, okay? It's a walk. And I'd like to get up early, okay?
Amy, I haven't prepped my coffee yet. You know how I am without coffee.
Well, Greg.
I haven't even packed yet, so.
Wait, to be fair, hold on. To be fair.
I do it in the mornings. So, yeah. And then just sit and zip on it. It's just sitting on top of it.
Yeah. Greg, I did say that you could pit stop at my house. Since if you don't want to go to Buc-ee's. I mean, I have a clean bathroom. I'll make coffee. I don't know if I can't say
if I do that, then I can never say I've been to a Buc-ee's yet. Y'all are
you have
me to go to Buc-ee's.
Are you gonna
He's never been to a Buc-ee's.
Yes.
No.
Thank you.
I've never been to a Buc-ee's.
I feel like you need to document this with a live video of you walking to Buc-ee's.
Yes. Keep the receipt of your first experience.
Yeah, because I kind of don't believe that you're gonna go.
Get your picture taken with Buc-ee. You have to get your picture taken with Buc-ee for us to believe you.
It's at Lowling, right?
I have no
Just
idea.
before San Antonio.
Amy's calling you out.
Me?
You gotta document it, Greg.
Depending on which way you're going.
I'll
It's
do
New
it.
Braunfels. New Braunfels is before San Antonio. Like how I go home.
I'm not going 35. I'm going.
I know, but
12.
there's not one in Luling. The one between San Antonio and like Houston is the one in Katy.
You know, I was married in Bronzeville, Texas. That's where my husband and I got married. So
Oh,
that's how
wow.
much love I got
Nice.
for Texas.
Really?
I was married. Yeah, Bronzeville. That's
Browns-
where we were married.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you guys for this.
Nice.
This was
Yes.
amazing. I gotta hop on another one. I'm like 2 minutes late,
Yes,
but
we gotta.
thank you so much. This has been
Thank
a
you.
blast. Thank you so
And
much.
thank
And
you
I
for
hope to
being
see you
on
in
the show.
person.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll make that happen some way.
All right,
somehow.
one more time. Let me hit them with the dates so people remember where we're gonna be at. Like my husband's helping me over here with the cell phone because otherwise, if I don't stick it here, like I can physically remember, I'm not going to remember every word. All right. Oh, and I'm going to be in Canada. I'm going to be in Canada June 25th live. So Toronto, Canada, 10,000 people. I'm going to be in Utah as well. That's 60,000 people that we're going to be doing at the end of June. So for sure, I'm going to be in Tidewaters. I remember that one. And the 12th and 13th in San Antonio at Andy's Treasure Chest.
There
I
you
hope to see
go.
some of you there.
It
Well,
could
we'll
be
see you around,
possible.
I'm
I
sure.
don't know. It could be very possible.
I'm gonna make it happen. Like it's not a pie.
Go,
I'm gonna
Amy.
make it happen. Like
My thing was I was planning on Sherwood, so I can always adjust Sherwood to April.
man,
Mm.
I don't know. I'm gonna make it happen.
Yes,
There you
Amy.
go.
And,
There's a Bucky's in Luling.
Yep.
and
Yeah,
Luling,
where I'll
there
be
it is.
going.
I don't go that way, but yeah, maybe.
And then I'm
Okay,
going to be in Columbus, May 27th and 29th, Knoxville, Tennessee, August 5th through the 7th, Huntsville, April 22nd and the 24th, and of course, Tidewater, May 14th and 15th.
Awesome. Well, you were a treat to have today. Thank you so
Yes.
much
Thank
for giving
you
your
so
time and your
Thank you.
talent.
much.
Thank you
This
for a
was
little
wonderful.
solo. So, yay.
Yes, and everybody, you'll be catching us live over the weekend as we interview the vendors and any of the guests that are going to be at San Angelo Comic Con. So keep an eye on Facebook. But until then, we will see you actually next Tuesday.
Yes.
So until then, everyone,